How to boost self-esteem and confidence in one single hack. The number one way to build self-esteem is to make sure that what's called an emotional intelligence is to have self-regulation. What does that mean? Self-regulation means to have ownership on how you react, how you respond, because that increases your emotional intelligence. You have command over yourself versus the situation having control over you. And the one way to have command over yourself, even when you don't feel like it, even when you don't want to, even if you don't think you can do it, even though your confidence is shrinking inside you, is to always keep your word to yourself. When you say you're going to get up and go to the gym, you go and get up and you go to the gym. When you say you're going to wake up a certain time, you wake up a certain time. When you say you commit to yourself that you're going to do something, you keep to your word. Because when you can keep to your word, you're building muscle memory, and that muscle memory is called confidence at the end of it. It doesn't seem like it in the moment. It seems like a chore to get up when you say you're going to do it. It seems like a chore to follow through in what you're saying if you're not used to it. But at the end of the day, the muscle mass that's being built is the ability to command confidence even when you don't feel you have it. And anyone who you see that's confident, it's not because they were born with it, it's because they've used this either consciously or unconsciously. They've used this ability to keep their word to themselves in some way. And because they've been able to keep their word to themselves, that builds the memory muscle of I can keep my word to myself and therefore I can follow through. And that by default builds confidence. The lack of confidence stems from the fact that you and I have said we're going to do something and we haven't followed through. We said we're going to do something and we didn't meet the deadline. And that over time frays at our confidence. That over time eats at our ability to be able to think that we can do something. And it's really easily managed by just saying, the next time you say you're going to do something, you keep your word no matter what. Because what that's doing at the end of the day is the cream of that is that you get to build your confidence. And then you call it on command when you need it. Over time, as you keep your word, it builds the muscle. And then when you need that muscle, you're not going to fray, you're not going to doubt, you're not going to become disillusioned, you're not going to give it a go, even though you might be scared. But you're still going to be that much more confident to say yes to a situation, yes to an event, yes to an opportunity, because you built the memory that when you say something, you keep your word. And that's the number one hack that you can do to build confidence and self-esteem, and nobody can take that away. It's not a book that you read that you have to memorize the lines. It's not a seminar that you went that the motivation kind of fizzled out. It's you having command over yourself, minus a seminar, minus a book, minus a pep talk. It's completely you being in control because you have been able to keep your word to yourself. And the reward of that is the build-up of confidence and self-esteem. To give you an example, I do these videos every single day and I do them first thing in the morning. And why do I do it first thing in the morning? Because I promised that I would do them. And if I slip on a day, if I don't meet it, I make sure that the clock doesn't hit midnight before I record a video and I upload it. And that's keeping my word to myself, because if I don't do what I set out that I'm going to do, then my muscle memory of my confidence is going to limp myself down one time and then another time, and then it all builds up. And then that's what shrinks my self-esteem. That's what shrinks confidence, is the inability to keep to your own word. But once I'm able to record videos every single day and upload them at my deadline time, one video, the confidence goes up 1 degree, the second video, then the third video, then the fourth. And now that I'm just going through ways, and that's just one example of just video recording, because not doing it, that's what I know ends up eating at my confidence. And it's the one hack, and the beauty of this one hack is you don't have to rely on anything or anyone to support you. It's you solely being self-sufficient, being independent. And now you know, if you lack confidence, if you lack self-esteem, just do an audit on yourself. Do a stock take on yourself. Do I keep my word to myself? When I say I'm going to do something, do I do it? I've coached and I've mentored people who have been in the corporate who just lack confidence. The reason is that they may have had the degree, they may have been able to do that, and they kept their word. But once, over time, we stop keeping our word to ourselves, for who knows what reason, because life gets in the way, because we don't think it's important anymore, because we made it, because we got our degree, because now we've got a good job. And actually, confidence is something that you build, and confidence is something that's situational. You could be really confident when you're speaking to a group of students, but then be very, very nervous when you're speaking to a group of CEOs. You could be very confident when you're driving down the highway in your hometown, but very nervous if you're driving down a highway in a completely new city. Confidence is situation. Now, you might be scared speaking to a bunch of CEOs. You might be scared speaking to students. You might be scared driving in a new city versus your own city, but you'll have the confidence to do it. Because if you didn't drive on the highway in your own city, then you certainly wouldn't be wanting to do it in a new city. If you don't speak to students, if you don't have the confidence, you're less likely to wanting to speak to CEOs if that's what scares you. But being able to do this allows you to change focus and be scared, have the audacity for the confidence to go for the next thing. And then once you push through this thing, your confidence extends even further. So it's just a pattern of habit. That's all confidence is. And if you lack it, if you want to increase it, look at where do you not keep your word to yourself, start keeping your word, and then do the things, even though you might be scared, keep doing it. Because as you push through every single situation, the muscle of confidence just builds, grows, and then you just put your pedal on the accelerator and you're going to run your own race. So now that you know how to increase your self-confidence and self-esteem in just one single hack, well then, what are the skills that you need to increase confidence in? In the next video next week, I'm going to talk about the one skill that's going to be the most prominent, dominant, and most sought after skill in 2020. That's going to be next week. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, comment. I would love to hear what is it that allows you to keep your confidence and self-esteem? What is it that you do that allows you to uphold and build the muscle of confidence and self-esteem? And if you'd like to know how to overcome imposter syndrome when you're feeling like a fraud, or how to specifically find that thing that lights you up, your passion, all those links to those 2 videos will be below to help you not only have the confidence, overcome imposter syndrome, but also find that thing that lights you up. My advice to myself and to you is that life is a gift, and with increasing our confidence, let's unbox it. Thank you so much for watching. God bless.